Hi, my name is Kelly Berry and I'm a dietitian at Fisher-Titus. And today we're going to talk about proper nutrition for exercise. And when we think about nutrition, we always want to consider what type of exercise we're doing and also what time of day. So it depends on if you're running in the morning or running in the afternoon. And it also depends on what type of exercise. For this, we're going to start by just getting in a general walk and working our way up to runs. So the nutrition part of it starts very simple, and as we go to 5Ks and 10Ks and even triathlons, our nutritional needs will change and we'll have to adjust accordingly. And at that point, when you're doing those more intense runs or intense exercises, that's when it's always best to meet one-on-one with the dietitian, and that way we can tailor everything according to what you need specifically. Okay, so before we exercise, we want to get in a little carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates are what we consider energy or fuel for our body. Just like in a car, we have gasoline, carbohydrates are energy for our body. So let's consider what we're doing and how long of an exercise it is. If it's a general walk, we take a look at maybe 100 calories before you need to exercise. But you want to make sure that it's at least an hour before you exercise, because you don't want anything to bother your stomach when you're trying to train and starting this run. So we look at an hour at least before you exercise. Some people even have to do it 4 hours, eat a little carbohydrates before they exercise. So it's vitally important to make sure that you can tolerate whatever you're giving to your body and that you can finish your workout in time. So when we consider what we're going to eat prior to exercise, we want to take a look at something very simple, such as maybe some fruit. This is a serving size, is all you need, just a handful of grapes. Or some people like to do a simple piece of white bread with some peanut butter on it. We don't want anything that's too high in fiber, because that's going to slow your stomach down and kind of make you work extra. Another thing you can do is just a handful of Cheerios or a handful of cereal flakes, just some sort of fuel for your body. And again, that's at least an hour before you exercise. All right, so after we exercise, we have to recharge our batteries. So it's important to make sure that we are eating and drinking something within the first 15 minutes after exercise. That's when our batteries are charged. Just like we charge our cell phones at night, we want to charge our battery or our body 15 minutes right after exercise. So if you have something available in your car, like let's say you're walking back to your car or at home that you can grab, just make it simple and easy. What we take a look at is some carbohydrates and also a little protein. Why the protein? Well, the protein helps rebuild that muscle, because that muscle has been working. So we need to add a little protein, but also remember those carbohydrates. So for example, maybe you could have a slice of bread and an egg, the carbohydrate and the protein together. That's all you need. Or maybe you say, I'd like a piece of fruit or a serving of raspberries with a slice of cheese or a cheese stick. This is your protein, this is your carbohydrates. It's that simple. Some other people may grab an orange, or some other people may grab a chocolate milk. It all depends on what you want and what you need for your body, and that's where we individualize a little bit more. So let's say you grab some pretzels and an orange, your carbohydrate and another carbohydrate. Okay, so let's add a cheese stick to that also. So we have to individualize and make sure that you're getting enough but not too much, and that's based on what you need as a person. So in conclusion, I just want to make sure that everybody understands that the carbohydrates are vital prior to working out, at least an hour before, and then afterwards you want to do a simple carbohydrate with also a protein source. Some people prefer to do 6 small feeds while they're exercising. That way it's not so much at one time that slows you down. That works for some people. And another thing is, just remember that for every mile you run, you're only burning 100 calories average. So that doesn't mean that you need a 400 calorie milkshake after you go for your mile walk. So everything is apportioned, and you don't need all those extra granola bars and so forth that are 250 to 300 calories. It's just very small amounts of simple foods. I've given you some general information today and also talked about how to individualize it a little bit more with the dietitian. The dietitians are available at Fisher-Titus. You do need a physician's referral, and you can always call central scheduling and get that scheduled with us. Usually the doctor's offices will handle that. You just need to call your doctor and say, hey, I'm interested in speaking one-on-one with the dietitian regarding my health. Thank you so much, and good luck with your runs.